What you're about to experience is fictional in the sense that it did not necessarily happen to the presenters. The events they are about to describe may have happened yesterday, last month, or even a year ago. Although this could be the story of anyone, anywhere, we are placing it within the familiar landscape of San Diego State University. And while you might never have realized it, there are almost certainly those among you who have already experienced something very similar.
Life's good here at San Diego State. It's Friday and I don't have any classes.
I'm a 20-year-old junior from Orange County, about to head out on a run on this beautiful November day.
I like running to reduce stress, or just clear my head.
I usually do around 2 miles when I go out. So here I am now, stretching on the ground. I look up. The sky is that gorgeous electric blue. The air is cool, but the sun's already so warm that I can tell it's going to be a great run.
And then I start off.
I'm beginning my 3rd mile.
Which is pushing it a little.
A few minutes later, I notice my chest feels tight.
Or tighter than normal. I can't breathe as well, and I'm sweating. This scares me a little. I stop and see if it helps.
I still can't catch my breath.
Then a stabbing pain wrenches my chest. My legs buckle, and then I see the pavement rising to meet me.
Next thing I know, the intense pain is gone. It's weird that it ended so suddenly. Far away, I hear wind chimes, or soft bells ringing.
With the stabbing pain gone, I feel relieved.
It's then that I notice a person who looks like me, lying on the ground beneath me. She's wearing my
clothes.
My shoes.
Wait, what is happening here? I realize, oh my god, that I'm seeing
my own body. I'm just not in it anymore. I'm floating above it, free, painless, and at a total loss at how this can be happening.
As I hover above myself, trying to figure out what to do next, I see people running over to check on me. Well, not really on me, but my body.
They all seem panicky, but I'm anything but scared. In fact, I watch all of this with mild amusement.
Hey,
I'm up here.
I say not once, but 3 times to the motherly type woman who's checking my pulse.
No, look up.
But she still doesn't hear me.
No one does.
It dawns on me that they can't see me or hear me. Why? I wonder and get a little creeped out. But then I'm distracted by something strange just ahead. Right in front of me, something like a whirlpool materializes.
As it spins around, a tunnel opens up inside of it. I hear wind chimes, and before I know it, I'm moving towards the tunnel.
Once I'm in it, or should I say engulfed by it, I sense that I'm moving super fast through this tunnel. The sides which appear dark, gray, and misty.
As I accelerate through it, I don't feel claustrophobic at all, nor does the dimness bother me.
For some reason,
in the distance, I see a pinprick of light, and it's growing bigger each second.
It looms larger and larger as I draw closer to it.
And then I arrive. I'm out of the tunnel. I'm somewhere, but where exactly I can't point out.
It's a place of brilliant light. It's brighter than any light I've ever seen, yet still doesn't hurt my eyes. Stranger still, I feel like this light does more than illuminate.
It actually emanates feeling too, not just radiance. As it washes over me, all my uncertainties melt away.
It dawns on me that this light is, well, familiar.
It knows me. And deep down, a memory stirs that I know it too. Comforted by its embrace, I can feel it loving me and welcoming me home.
As these thoughts run through my mind, the light compresses from all around me into a being. I can't see facial or physical features, but I know it is of living presence and one of great power.
This being of light reminds me that it has been with me my whole life.
That would explain why it seems so familiar to me.
I'm sure this is true when it asks if I'm ready to see everything that I've ever done or said from the time I was born until the time I collapsed on the sidewalk.
Before I can answer, the review of my life starts. We watch it together.
In this review, I'm shown my good moments
and my bad,
and my best moments,
and my worst.
My innermost thoughts and my most secret desires, but without the being making any judgments.
What strikes me about this life review is that it's like a 3-dimensional movie starring me.
But it's really much more.
Unlike a movie that you just passively watched, this one brings back all the feelings. and not just mine.
Every time I did or said something that hurt another person, whether family,
Friends.
Or strangers.
I actually feel the hurt from their point of view, how they experience the pain from my words or actions.
The being still doesn't say anything about what we're seeing, but seems fine with letting me make up my own mind about decisions that weren't very good.
However, I then got to feel the impact of my actions when I did good things, and that was wonderful to see.
From this life review, I see how all of us, all people,
Are actually all connected, and how we can help or hurt people in the smallest as well as the biggest of ways.
When the review is over, the being, still not judging me, asks what I have learned. I tell them that I realize now that the only way to go through life is to treat people with love, and I can't wait to apply this new knowledge to my life.
if only I had a life to return to.
For it's now that I finally realize I won't be going back to Earth.
I'm dead.
Still in the light embrace of the being, it tells me that, on the contrary,
I am going back to Earth.
Because I still have much to do there.
funny thing is, I began to argue that I'd actually prefer to stay here.
Wherever here is.
Where the love is so powerful and penetrating that the thought of leaving it is
Unbearable.
But the being tells me no.
I must return to Earth.
Because my life's mission has not been fulfilled, and I have so much to accomplish yet.
I ask it if it will be with me, as it is always, and if we will meet again. It assures me that
We will. And with that, I am whisked back to my body.
I wake up in the hospital.
tubes are in my arms and electrodes are on my chest.
I feel very weak, and when I try to move my legs, they feel
Heavy.
Sluggish.
A nurse with a worried look hurries over to me after seeing me open my eyes. She tells me that I'm lucky to be alive after a ventricular contraction like I have.
She says it took them 15 minutes to start my heart, during which time I had no pulse. When I awaken the next time, I feel a lot more like myself. Strong again.
The good news is that after 2 days and a lot of medical tests, they released me. I've been given a medicine whose name I can't even pronounce for a
Heart arrhythmia.
But the new normal in my life feels a lot different. I can't stop thinking about my experience, about the light and the love.
It changed me.
My bad habits fade.
Also, I'm less interested in partying. Drinking just doesn't appeal to me at all anymore.
Instead, I'm attracted to more calmer and spiritual things, listening to other people's problems.
Offering constructive advice.
Even volunteering at this elementary school.
Some of my old friends don't get it, don't get me.
But I seem to draw other, newer friends who value the same things I do now. I also think a lot more about what I say and do.
My new priority is making a positive impact in this crazy world.
A few of my family members tell me to stop talking about what happened so much.
About how crazy it is that I keep talking about the light, the love, and heaven, which I now realize is what I caught a glimpse of.
My outlook on life has changed.
So did my major in college and what I see myself doing.
Being a financial planner and working at those high-powered stock exchanges just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
I guess a big salary is all that matters to some, but my motivation has changed.
I want to devote myself to doing things with my career that helps others.
I want to feel like what I did actually meant something.
And so it is this, that the student had an experience that defies all that medical physical science states is possible when a person clinically dies. Did she simply hallucinate or imagine all this? Or was it real? All of it. Soul leaving body, meeting a celestial being, the empathetic life review, being transformed by this event and shedding all doubt that there is a life after this one? You decide.